Time for the starting five. We got to find the five best plays at point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and center on this lovely Friday NBA Cup day. All of the games locking between 7 and 8 o'clock. So let's find those five guys that stand out. We've got this sorted by ownership right now. I'm going to start with the best guy today. And I am absolutely 100% putting in Giannis Antetokounmpo at the power forward spot. Great matchup against Chicago. And he's Giannis. I don't think there's a lot to talk about here. I'm also going to go with a little bit more chalk in Daniel Gafford at center, taking on Memphis. Minutes are up a little bit. They're still dinged up. Doesn't seem like we have AD. Still no Derek Lively. Memphis front court, not all that good. Sorry, Triple J. So now we need a guard, a point guard, a shooting guard, and a small forward to fill out the rest of this lineup. Now, if we look at point guard, we've got some ownership coming into Tyrese Martin, Davion Mitchell, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I'd like to save at least a little bit of salary if we can here. That's probably going to mean I would put in Tyrese Martin, and that's not my favorite place to go just yet. But there's not a lot of other value out there. Mitchell's more expensive than him. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's in the sixes, as is Quickly and Russell. We don't really have a ton of pay down options at point guard. So I'm going to go to another Mav, a guy that didn't work out for me last time. I'm going to D'Angelo Russell. Great synergy with Gafford. Throw them lobs, man. Points for everybody. Shooting guard. This is a spot I'm going to get value, but I want to put a caveat on this one right now. Ayo Dosunmu is questionable today. We don't know if he's playing. That would obviously affect this, but if he is, he's 4,400 shooting guard, small forward eligible. Amazing flexibility. That leaves us with our final spot, the small forward position. And there are a couple guys here that we can go to for value. I am going to go to... All right, I'll put it out there. I've got two options here for me. I love the matchup for the Pistons today, and it's making me want to go to either Asar Thompson or Ron Holland. There are interesting reasons for both. The salary difference matters. And then I do have my eye on Brandon Ingram here. This is a very interesting game for the NBA Cup. Winner has a chance to win the group. Ingram at small forward, but 7,500 if I put him in there. We only have 5K for each position. I don't know if that's going to be the most efficient way to do this. He's not the worst value in the world, but if I'm going to go there, I think it's just easier to go to Asar. So I'm going to put Asar Thompson in, and now we've got our starting five. D'Angelo Russell, Ayo Dosunmu, Asar Thompson, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Daniel Gafford. Five guys locked, $16,400 in salary remaining, and we have 3 spots to go. I'm going to click complete this lineup. We're going to get the optimal 3 plays around our starting five. Okay, and I'm fine with these names. I like all of them. Kristaps Porzingis goes in, 6,700. Davion Mitchell goes in, 5,500, and Pelle Larsson goes in at 4,200. We spend all of our salary. We're just shy of a 260 projection, and we're just shy of a 160 ownership. So I'm going to run the lineup sim and see where our baseline starting five starts out. I'm guessing like 40s, 50s, 60.7. Great start. 0.2% chance to win, 2.1% chance of a top 10, 40% cash rate. So we've got the first lineup in. Now we want to find out some 3v3s. So I'm going to copy this one. I'm going to clear out the 3v3. We're going to switch to 10% randomness. And we're going to find out what are some other options we could put around this core. And we get the same, because it typically does this. So I'll clear it again and rerun. Kel'el Ware, Noah Clowney, and Cooper Flagg. Not bad. Very different build. $3,900 Clowney gets us to pay down. We get a 6% owned Cooper Flagg. We spend all of our salary. 255.5 projection, 143 ownership. So we gave up 4.5 fantasy points, but we also cut 14 points in ownership. This one will likely be lower. I think we gave up too much projection, but still, it points us in the right direction. It'll be green. Yeah, 28% sim ROI, 33% cash rate. We run it back. 3 new options: Jalen Johnson, Jalen Smith, and Tyrese Martin. Leaves us $100 on the table. 255.5 projection, 160 ownership. Basically the same ownership, but we cut projection. I can let you guys know right now, this one's probably going to be in the 20s again. Too much projection loss. Yeah, 26. We go again. This is how easy it is to build lineups in the single lineup simulator. Click, sim, change, tweak, save, copy, whatever you want to do. It's all here right at your fingertips. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Ron Holland, and Nick Claxton. So I get another piece of Detroit like I wanted. I do like Nickeil Alexander-Walker. 257 projection, 156 ownership. This will be our final random one. Then I'm going to see what I could actually put in to see if we can maximize it. 58% sim ROI, 36% cash rate. Can I find the goods? What's the best guy we can put in here right now? All right, right now, Kel'el Ware stands out, but I don't know if his center eligibility is going to cause us any additional issues. Larson's interesting. Clowney's interesting. It's a lot of centers. I'm going to take off the randomness. I'm going to lock Kel'el Ware and see what the optimals are around him. It's Walker Holland. Is that what we ran before? I don't feel like no, we didn't, because that's 500 in salary. I want to see what that optimal looks like. 3v3, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Ron Holland, Kel'el Ware. Final lineup. Turns out the randomness is better than my individual selection of Walker, Holland, and Ware. But either way, the core looks great. It's a fantastic starting 5, and we had no issue whatsoever putting out multiple positive ROI lineups. That's a decent starting 5 for a Friday.